Hello and welcome to Fluxo. I'm Gustavo, and in this video I'll walk you through how to use Fluxo integrated with your accounting software. After setting up your account and adding one or more integrations, open your project and you'll see this screen. It may take a few seconds to start loading your data, and then you'll see this loading animation, which can take a few minutes for the initial load. Here you have your three financial statements and all supporting tables based on your chart of accounts, and they'll be organized into assets, equity, expenses, liabilities, and equity. Now, before we get into that, the first thing to do is adding your actuals. Select the period you want to add. It can be from your start period until last month, and this will take you a minute, but it is a process that you run every month after your books are closed, and it's the way for you to tell Fluxo that a new month is ready. In this screen, you go over table by table, verifying if all values are correct. Initially, all values here are coming from integration, but in the future, you can also have values for drivers here, either operational or financial, that you'll be able to input manually or with a CSV upload even. For now, let's just verify everything and finalize your actuals for the period. With your actuals now in sync, let's go to our tables and start digging into some forecasting. The first thing that I always recommend is going to your bank table on the asset space to link your cash forecast with your cash flow. In this example, I'm going to set the savings account to a constant value by adding a constant assumption model to it. And then I'll add a model with a custom formula to the checking account so that the total cash at hand at the end of the period matches the ending cash row from the cash flow. It is very straightforward. You can apply assumption models like these to any rows in any tables by clicking the plus button on the model column. They will only affect your forecasts, and this is our most loved feature. You'll love it as well once you get the hang of it. And that's it. Our cash forecast is now connected to our cash flow. And as you can see, the values are already updated. Moving along with our forecasting exercise, my recommendation is to usually start with the top of the P&L, revenue, and then move to costs and expenses, and finally go into your assets and liabilities. Something to keep in mind, you can always see the formulas for any rows, rename them, move rows around, or even add new ones. For example, let's rename income and call it revenue. Now, if we go into the revenue space, click on the income table, and we'll see all the line items that form our revenue. That's where the value for revenue in the P&L is coming from. Notice that most rows have this cloud icon, which denotes a connected row, with the value coming directly from the integration. Others have a function icon, which denote a formula-based row, so we can click this icon and see which tables and rows the formula is referencing. In this example, we have this revenue line called landscaping services, which then has a sub-item called labor. Let's go to this labor table and add some assumptions to the revenue forecast. The first component is installation. And look how easy it is for us to add an assumption that this installation revenue will grow 10% per month in the next 4 months. Just select the growth snippet from the model dropdown, add a name for the model, set the growth rate to 10, and change the forecasting period on the top right. And that's it. We can also add one or more additional models for the same row for the remaining months of the forecast. And here I'll set it up with a custom formula using our self function to add $50 of revenue per month. After saving it, notice how all numbers are updated and the different colors show you which assumption is being applied to each period. Now for maintenance and repair, we'll do something a bit more advanced. We'll forecast this line based on two drivers, repair hours and hourly rate. So first, we'll create two new rows here, and you can create them in the same table as I'll do, or you can even create a new full supporting table if you prefer and organize yourself there. Now, let's add some assumption models to these two rows. For example, a series model for repair hours with how many hours we expect for each of the next few months, and then a custom formula that's actually just a constant 30 for the hourly rate. Going back to maintenance and repair, all we need to do to reflect these drivers is add a custom formula, and then at the formula builder, enter repair hours times hourly rate using the click functionality so you can add the functions right away. Now you've created a driver-based forecast for this row. Both your income table and your P&L table will reflect these new forecasted values automatically because everything is linked. This same exercise that we did here for revenue, you can also do with cost of goods sold, expenses, or any item in the balance sheet. So let's look, for example, into COGS. This one has just one line item on this financial plan, so I'm going to keep it simple, but you can get as sophisticated as you wish with your own calculations. Let's add a model based on a custom formula and assume this cost will be 30% of our total revenue. So just type the name, enter the formula, and it's done. Now that we have our actuals and our forecast, last part I want to show you quickly is reports. You can access them from your console or directly from the menu. And the first one is created automatically for you and comes with the three financial statements. You can also edit or create new reports, and they always include both your actuals and forecast data presented as tables and charts. They're completely customizable. Click the share button on the top right of any report to generate a link that you can share with your team, executives, or external stakeholders. Now you are ready to get started on your financial plan. Please let us know if this video is helpful. And if you need any help, you can always look at our documentation or just hit us on the chat. We are always available to help. Thank you.